It is okay to step into a new life. It is okay to be successful. It is okay to be healthy. It is okay to receive abundance. It is okay to be happy and loving and vulnerable. What's going on, y'all? Welcome to Elevate TV. Here for another episode of, what's happening, catching y'all up on things and really giving y'all some transparency along with some motivation, some words to keep going, and awareness essentially. And if you are a returning viewer, thank you for tuning in. Welcome back. Welcome to the community. And if you are new here, welcome to the community. Go ahead and click that subscribe button because I know you're going to enjoy this video just as much as any other video. So let's get into it, y'all. Oh man, so they say everything happens for a reason, right? Like, it's cliche, but I truly believe that wholeheartedly. And bro, last night my wife and I were woken up in a way that shook us to our core. Like, okay, so our truck alarm went off. And in that moment, all those fears came rushing back. I can say for me, at least, it triggered me. And, it's like fears of financial struggle, fears of losing what we've worked so hard for. And, just thinking how we are like behind on bills because we just moved and it wasn't a low cost to move, you know what I mean? So it put us behind on a lot. Here's the thing though. Nothing actually happened. The truck was still there. It was just an alarm. And that moment reminded me of something so powerful and profound. The old life, the struggle mindset, it doesn't just disappear overnight. Although it's a thing of the past, it tries to linger. Like, it doesn't want to die. It will pop up in any way that it can to try to get you to respond in your old ways and your old habits and get you to keep that old life alive because it just doesn't want to die. Like, it's a part of the ego. And once we realize that, we don't have to hold on to it. We are shifting into abundance, and I want to talk about how you can do that too. We don't have to wait to be healed to live our dream life. We get to do it even as things come up, such as this situation. We process the emotions and process the limiting thoughts that come up and take inspired action. And some mantras, affirmations I like for things come up from the past. What's coming is leaving. The only way out is through. And letting go is the key to freedom. And I also like to meditate at night, and this was the perfect moment because I haven't really sat down and did that for a while, actually, since maybe a few weeks since we have been in the process of moving and all this other stuff. And like I said, life is a paradox. So this situation brought back the trauma emotions, the traumatic emotions, but it also got me to a point of getting back to who I truly want to be. And that is a person who meditates, a person who gets back into quieting her mind and getting back to my core being of that high frequency self, that high frequency soul that I know I am and we are, you know what I mean? And it's just a reminder that we have to change from the roots of our being. It's not just changing our thoughts and our actions and creating goals and shit like that. It's not about, it's not about solely the outside things. There's no need to conform and make a philosophy out of life, but observe what's taking place in our daily life, inwardly and outwardly. Doing this, we can see it's based on an intellectual conception, and the intellect is only a small piece of our existence. So we have to deal with the wholeness of life. And even when looking at what's taking place in the world, we can understand I don't like to really say understand, because we're not under anything, but when we understand, we go into our core and get that knowledge and wisdom of whatever is taking place. You know what I mean? So with this, I'm saying we can really understand that there's no outer and inner process, but it's unitary, it's oneness, it's one process, and it works with each other. It's a whole total movement. The inner movement expressing itself as the outer, and the outer reacting again on the inner. You know what I mean? Like, it's all oneness. There is no just the outside that we have to change. We have to change our inner being as well. And that is getting to the roots of who we are, who we create, who the environment that we were brought up in, our everything that has made us who we are today. And I say this to say, we are already a high vibrational being at our core. And so much of living this human experience has brought about greed, about stress, about worry, about envy, about misery, aggressiveness, anxiousness, jealousy, and despair, with occasional flashes of joy and happiness and affection and compassion. You know, it's a strange mixture of violence and peace. And without all of this societal structure is our true essence. And we can really understand that and get to know who we are at our core is when we can let go and put down all of the shit that society has stored upon us as an individual and as a collective. You know what I mean? And us changing who we are as an individual essentially changes and rises the collective consciousness, because we're oneness. It's a unitary thing. This is a universe, you know, one song in harmony. We're not just individuals living this individual human life. Yes, we have our own experiences, but we are truly oneness. When you think about it, the birds, the bees, the trees, and everything in between, we are connected, my friend. We are connected. We cannot live without the trees. So crazy how the moon has so much influence on the ocean and the waves and the consistency of what's going on in the world. You know what I mean? It's so wild. The sun being here to shine upon us and help things grow. Like, we are connected. We would be miserable without the sun. So miserable. But we are connected, and we have to realize that without this societal structure of what I just mentioned, all of that envy, greed, and so on and so forth, without that is our true essence. We are already a high vibrational being. Hi, my buddy. Hi, my buddy. You say hi to Frank. Say hi to the people. Say hi. I love you. Oh, man. Truly saying this, I hope you can see that, in other words, our identity is the foundation of our reality. If you see yourself as someone who struggles, life will keep proving that to be true. But the second you really decide that you are successful, that you're abundant, that you always find a way, that you are a loving being, that you're the shit, that you are unforgettable, you are that it person, you know what I mean? Whatever you want to say, you got the swag, whatever, everything shifts. And like I said, some things might still come up from the past. When you really understand that the only freedom is the freedom from the known, and get to know the unknown, oh man. It's not about religion, your local entity, your traditions, how you've been conditioned, you're frustrated, you're satisfied with all of that. Like, it's about letting that go and really getting back to the core being of who you truly are. Because Your past, our past, will try to stick around. It'll show up as doubt. It'll show up as old habits, even in random moments. Like my truck alarm going off, triggering an old fear that had no place in my new reality. But that's the thing, the past fights to be alive because it just knows it's dying. And it's okay to let it go. It's okay. You just have to remind yourself and remind your old you and the future you, the new you, that everything is okay. The unknown is where true essence and true alignment lies. Your true happiness and true peace is. You know, nobody wants to die, so why would your old self want to die? Straight up, why do you think that's any different? But when those things come up, realize it's just an echo of the past. See it, hear it, and remind yourself to come to center and know that everything is okay. What's coming is going. You are very worthy of this new you, this new version of you, this new desired reality that you know that is meant for you, that's on your heart to live. It's on your heart for a reason. You know, and responding in from the best version of you, from that new reality, is how things will start to change, is how your outer world will start to change, because the inner world is changing. You know, it's like looking at a mirror. The mirror is not going to reflect something different unless you make it reflect something different. So your outer world is waiting on you, your inner being, to change first. So in those circumstances, in those, whatever it pops up that's the old, that you can respond from the old you, remember, look at it and notice what's coming up. What's coming is going. And you have the power to respond differently. It's all about perception. And what I did in this moment was, of course, go outside and check my truck and come back, and I tapped, EFT tapping, emotional freedom technique, because my nervous system was triggered. You know what I mean? An emotional freedom technique is tapping your meridian centers in like your head. Is like 7 or 8 different centers that you tap on your body to relax your nervous system. And I just affirmed the new version of me, the new reality that feels good to me. And then I meditated, and I truly was in a state of peace and calmness. And me meditating reminded me that this is the life that I want. This is who I want to be. I want to wake up. I love waking up in the middle of the night or early morning to meditate. You know what I mean? Because that's when everybody's sleeping. I have time to myself, and it's just peace and quiet. And that is a nice moment for me to have clarity on my goals and who I am, and just quieting my mind and getting back to my core. And this was a perfect reminder for that. And I'm so grateful for it. Like, life is a paradox. The opposite was me being super fucking nervous about my truck being gone. Because, you know, I worked so hard for it. Like, it's almost paid off. Like, what the... It happened before, and I don't want it to happen again. You know what I mean? It's not something that's going to happen again, because I am in the state of mind of change. I am in the state of mind of being my true essence, and knowing that all of those things that I said about the societal ways that has been put upon us is a lie. It's not the truth of who we are. It's not the truth of how we should be living, or how we could be living. That's not the best of our abilities. You know what I mean? And it's just a reminder that the paradox is also for me to learn from, for me to get back to, for me to remain in the state of being of who I want to be at all times. Not just when things are going bad or going good, but at all times. As much as I can. Because that's how my new identity will be the dominant version of me. Is really doing things that my best self loves to do. And that, for one, is meditating and getting my nervous system regulated. You know what I mean? I love that. Doing Qigong. Oh my God, I love that. I haven't done it in a while, so I'm going to get back to doing that as well. Like, it's just good. And for everybody, it's different. You know, it's a unitary thing, but it's a different aspect of that oneness. You know what I mean? Like, I love to say that a wave in the ocean is not just a wave. It's just a different aspect of the beautiful vastness of the huge ocean. And that is us. We are all individuals on this human experience, living this human experience. But at the end of the day, we're all one. And we're all meant to be seen. We're all meant to be loved. We all have these emotions, the same emotions, but we're living a different experience. You know what I mean? So, with that, what I'm trying to say is it's okay to let go. It's okay to let the old experiences and all the things from the past go, because at your inner core, you are taken care of. You are a high vibrational being. You are always taken care of. Bro, every breath that you take, you're not worried about it. You know there's another breath of air coming into your lungs. You are always taken care of. So from now on, ask yourself, what would the abundant, successful version of me think? How would they act? How would they make this decision? Every time you align with that version of you, you shift at an identity level. You know, so many people want to start from the outside, you know, the habits. Then we are taught to change our environment and change our behavior, then change the capabilities, like what we are capable of. And then we change our identity and then our spirit. It's actually the opposite. Your spirit is a reflection of your purpose, your mission, and a reflection of you being a cosmic being who can manifest in any form that you want. That's why when we change our identity, like, who do you want to be in this reality? Who must you become in order to have X, Y, and Z? When we change our identity, the rest is easy. We can easily change our beliefs. We can easily change what we are capable of doing, because our identity is who is already capable of doing what that person who wants X, Y, and Z. We change our behaviors because of the identity has changed. We change our environment because people who have certain identities do not associate with certain environments. You know what I mean? So it's essential to change our identity and who we are conscious of being. Our concept of who we are. Change your concept of who you are instead of just trying to change your environment and your thoughts, but change the concept of who you believe you are to be. So that's what I mean when I say, would the abundant version of you, the successful version of you, of me, think this way, act this way, make this decision? Because every time you align with that identity, that new concept of who you are, you shift at an identity level. Your spirit remains the same, but when you shift that identity, bro, it's a game changer. Because we don't have to wait for money. We don't have to wait for money to come in before we see ourselves as financially free. That identity, that concept of who we believe ourselves to be is the key. You can decide now who you desire to be. When you embody it now, reality has no choice but to catch up. This is how I believe this is how you move from struggle to success, by not by hoping, but by becoming that identity, that concept, that conception of who you desire to be. So the question is, who are you choosing to be today? Because even though we've moved into a new space, we're still playing catch up, but we have that identity in our mind, in our core being. Because like I said, moving wasn't cheap, and we have to allow reality to catch up with who we are being in our core. And as up and coming entrepreneurs, we're navigating this journey in real time, figuring out, staying faithful, and doing what's right, doing what we know is best for us as individuals. Like I said before, this is a reminder of who I desire to be, meditating and not having to worry about crunching time for myself and my family because I have to work in a few hours. And by me doing so, I'm setting the tone for the life I'm manifesting on purpose. It truly felt good to get back to meditating and tapping and just breathing. I'm thankful for that, for last night's situation. I really am. And I know some of you can relate to this. You're working hard, you're making changes, but the past keeps knocking. Maybe it's financial stresses, self-doubt, or old habits creeping back in. But here's what I'm learning, man. Here's what I'm learning, my friend. That it is okay to step into a new life. It is okay to be successful. It is okay to be healthy. It is okay to receive abundance. It is okay to be happy and loving and vulnerable. This is the transition phase. This year is the transition phase for a whole bunch of us. The part where we hold the vision and keep going, even when it's tough. Because what's on the other side is worth it. There's so many people that I have seen grow into the life that they truly desire. And it's not just for them, it's for anybody who wants it. That's including you, that's including me, anybody who wants it, even when it's tough. And you know, it's either you work hard for the life that you desire, or the life that you don't want becomes hard. Pick your hard. I'm sharing this because I know I'm not alone. Like I said, if you're on this journey too, let's keep pushing forward together. Support doesn't always mean money. It means engagement, encouragement, sharing energy in a way that helps us all rise and elevate to the next level, to our desired reality. If you do feel led to support financially, whether through sharing my content, purchasing our products, which is going to be linked in the description box. I have my coffee link if you want to donate. I have the links to our graphic journals, and I have the link to our manifestation journaling for what the F do you want out of life. It's really good. It's really, really, really helpful. And it's a compiled of what we have been learning throughout these past few years, and that has really helped us. You know, I feel like the only thing that we have been combating with is the finances. We literally have everything else that we have desired, but the finances, we have had such a stronghold in our different realities from growing up that has been really not manifesting in the way that we want. Yes, we're always taken care of, always have enough funds to do what we need, but it has never been to the point of excess. And that's the level of financial stability and freedom that we are striving for, that we know is going to happen in 2025 and so on. Because like I said, 2025 is the year to thrive, bro. Like we found the love, we are healthy, we have the family and are growing our family. We have so many things to be thankful and blessed for. A whole bunch of support from family and friends. But I want to build this community for like-minded individuals who are looking to grow and elevate in their life and are ready to let go of past experiences and limiting beliefs and things that are holding you back, us back, and saying, fuck that, I'm unfuckwittable. I know who I am at my core, and nothing else will ever hold me back from who I desire to be and who I know I am worthy of being and worthy of living. Those are the people that I want in my community, and that's what I'm looking for, y'all. Like, my channel has been growing, and I see that there's more that I need to put out because it hasn't been growing the way that I know it should. I'm expecting to be monetized, and it's growing, but not as I really want it to. And it's not just about being monetized, but actually growing my community for the collective consciousness and putting my voice out there to be heard, because I know if I have the desire on my heart to be to help other people and be of service, I know that there are people out there looking to be heard from me. So this is why I'm making this video and building this community for growth, for financial freedom, for mindset shifts, for love and support. So like I said, if you are wanting to support me, share my content, donate, or purchase the products. You won't be disappointed. Here's one that I have. This one is for Sagittariuses, which is me. But there's like 122 different types of blank journals, bro. And then there's one for manifesting and helping you manifest what you desire. But most importantly, let's claim our new reality. The struggle is not our story anymore. We are stepping into abundance. 2025 is the time to thrive. Straight up. Let's get it. Let's do it. Let's go get it. There's no other option. And I'm in the process of building a mastermind group and putting all my work in one place. So just stay tuned, y'all, because this is what I'm about. Like, if you are looking to do that, I'm here for it. I'm here for the support. I'm here to build each other up and hold each other accountable. So until next time, y'all, be empowered, be encouraged, be great, and elevate. Peace.